Yeah. Ow! Yeah. Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my...
Hey guys, welcome to this new channel, Orlando Living, the Fab Four. Don't worry about all that, what that really means. But this is a new channel, new team. Got 2 new teammates over to Combs Premier Realty Group, and we're trying to make a big impact here in Central Florida. So what is this all about? We're sitting this new in the studio, new setup, new look, new team. We want to do something different. Basically, me and Tejada gonna come here, and sometime you're gonna see Mike. Don't worry about Pam. Pam likes to sit on the sidelines. We're gonna start doing recaps. This section here is gonna do recaps of what we shot last week or yesterday. There's always going to be a recap talking about more in depth about what we shot about to give you guys way more knowledge. Enough of me rambling real quick. You know, my name's Tremaine Wright, Mr.WrightChoice, and this is
Anthony Tejada, your local Orlando realtor.
And we're going to get started. So basically, we're going to talk a little bit about DR Horton. You know, the team, we went out last week and recorded some homes in Tavares area. And, you know, DR Horton, me and Tejada have sold, I think, you can get me wrong, over 20 homes.
Yeah,
I would
more
say.
than that. Yeah.
Over 20 homes at DR Horton. That's like one of our bread and butters, especially before the pandemic hit. And the reason we want to talk more about it again right now is because DR Horton is getting back to where they used to be before COVID, which is helping out realtors and also helping out buyers. Meaning for helping out realtors, they're giving us a huge list of inventory homes that allow us to help buyers out in the area to get people in homes. And what that mean again is letting us know homes that's ready in 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, and 90 days. Not no more of this waiting list. You get in a home next year. They're giving us list of homes that you can get in right now.
Right.
So just a couple of things real quick. I'll let Tejada talk about. You know, we have some notes right here. You know, what's the rates that DR Horton going over right now?
So right now with a conventional, you can get a 4.99 if your credit score is like 740 or better. And for FHA and VA, you can get 4.75 with a credit score of 640 or better. They on some of these, what we like to call inventory lots, they are giving up to 15,000 closing costs now, and that's dependent on lot. So, of course, give us a call so we can let you know if those lots qualify for that 15,000 closing costs. And just keep in mind for anything in general, right? And if you're speaking with a lender, talking with a lender, and you fit into the Hometown Heroes program, that is a $25,000 up to $25,000 down payment assistance program that can help you out. So we're talking about our nurses, firemen, policemen, anybody in the medical field pretty much. See if your occupation fits that list, because that is a big help if we need to go that route.
And another thing too, don't be so alarmed about the credit scores that he just mentioned, the 740s and the 640s, because DR Horton is getting back to their bread and butter. Mm-hmm. They're letting people go under contract if I believe 550 or 580 credit score. If your credit score is not where it needs to be, they're allowing you to still go under contract if you qualify with their credit repair program, and you pay a little monthly fee. It's very low, but allows you to go under contract on that home because that credit repair company knows exactly what you need to do and know how long it should take for you to close. So they're not going to just put you in a home that's going to close in 30 or 60 days. They're going to put you in a home where the credit repair company talks to the rep and lets them know that it's going to take them about 90 days or 120 days, and they're going to put you in a home that should be getting finished around that time. That gives you time to fix your credit, get you on a contract, and get you a brand new home from ground up with warranty. That's one of the reasons why me and Tejada sold a lot of DR Horton homes, because they're priced right. And one of the key things, I know people bash DR Horton, but tell me if I'm wrong or not. DR Horton is probably one of the only builders here, Central Florida, that does block on block.
Yes.
How important to you is block on block?
So block on block is good. That's from their they started with their Robbie build, and the Robbie came from Tampa, which is on the west coast, the Gulf Coast of Florida, and a lot of times hurricanes will come through that area. So what happened is that they brought that product down here, and block on block means that the first floor and the second floor is all completely block. So the benefits of that is, one, of course, you have a more structured home, but number two, the privacy of sound from your home to your neighbor's home is almost non-existent because you have a harder material in between the walls. So those are two really, really, really good reasons why people like those type of models and like that kind of design build, because the privacy and just the secure knowledge that your home is not just going to blow away with the wind. Pretty much.
The one thing I noticed here too as well, I have a friend that's in Atlanta. He sells homes, and he saw me post one of my homes on social media, and he noticed that the home that I posted was a Hayden. He like, oh man, that's block. Yeah. So technically, even though that market is expensive like ours, technically ours is probably would be more expensive because it's more expensive material. You're doing block on block with DR Horton anyways.
Right. And just to give a little, not to cut Trey off, but just to give you a little visual, typically in Central Florida, they build block and then wood on the second floor with hurricane straps. That is just a piece of steel that's holding the second floor all around the perimeter of the home to keep the second floor intact with the more blocked floor on the first floor. So that's just giving you an idea that block on block is a little bit overkill in this sense for this section of Florida. Central Florida doesn't have Broward County rules where it's like you have to really get really secure with the homes and the impact ratings on the windows and stuff like that because of the impact of hurricanes that usually hit that part of Florida. We're so-called protected by Disney's weather machine. So we don't get hit that much. But still, having that security is big. Is really big.
It is, and you know, I get people a lot that say they don't want wood. So you know, the alternative is mainly you know DR Horton, DR Horton, and there's a couple of others, but I do know even during the pandemic, they still were doing block on block. The ones that probably was doing block on block to keep their costs down because how the time was going, they was converting to second floor to wood. Now, majority of the builders here. Now, let me rewind. Me and Tahada would not probably present to you a home that's built out of wood here in Central Florida. If you present us with a home that you want to get that's made out of wood, we're going to tell you the pros and cons of that.
Right.
The pros maybe is that it's going to be a lot cheaper, but the reason it's cheaper is because it's made out of wood. Right. So, you know, here in Central Florida, more people like that block.
Well, there is one luxury community that is all wood.
Who is that?
We'll let you know if you wanted to buy there, but we ain't gonna bash nobody. So, but
not on this channel. No. Not today. We're not gonna do any of that. Right. But another couple of other good things about DR Horton is, like he mentioned earlier, up to $15,000 closing costs, which is very good. That allows you to keep more money in your pocket, and it also allows you to put stuff in your home because nowadays they're not giving you washer and dryer. They're not giving you the garage door opener, or they're giving you a refrigerator. So by you saving $15,000, there you go. There goes your washer and dryer, your refrigerator, and your garage door opener, because they have cut back a lot of things that they used to do, just because due to COVID, due to low end appliances needs. It's taking a long time for stuff to get in, so they're putting that on the hands of the buyer to get them needs for their home. Right. But Tavares area, tell me a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to get into that.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about Tavares.
Yeah, so what Trey is saying is absolutely correct. Like, there are builders that are giving all the appliances. Now, in the Tavares area, if you like to work remotely from home, or if you just want an area that's a little bit more calm, slower pace of life, Tavares is the perfect area for you. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no amenities in the area. There's the Harris Chain of Lakes. There's a new Avon Health down. There's Eustis downtown, right, where they have live bands and they have concerts and eateries and restaurants. And, you know, so there is a nightlife, but it's just not on top of you, right? Now, in Tavares, we went and did a video last week of Avalon Park on my channel and on the Orlando Living channel. And in Avalon Park, they have 40-foot product, right? The HOA is $52 a month. Again, all those amenities are around the area. And just if you know the DR Horton product, right, they have Glenwoods, which is a 322, 1649 square feet, right, at a price of $358,990. That's a great price.
At the time of this video now.
Yes, at the time of this video.
And what he just meant by that price is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of months ago, these prices was actually a little higher. It's hard to get a 2-story home that's brand new under $400,000.
Right.
And he just listed that at what, $350?
$358,990, and that was the Glenwood.
And that's the Glenwood. And they have a Roby on here.
A Roby, right? And now the Roby is the one we were talking about, that the product was brought from Tampa, block on block, so first and second story a block. That they have one here starting at $402,990. That's a 2-story home with 2,447 square feet. Now, the specs of that home is 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2-car garage. But here's the interesting thing about the Roby. So when I look at the Roby and you go up to the second floor, right, the loft area is not so big. When we were talking with the rep, when we went over to Avalon Park, she was telling me that the walls on the second floor off of the loft, the first bedroom, is not anything that is structural. So you can actually go in there and break the wall down, turn that Robbie into a 4-3-2, right?
And it makes it a big old loft?
Way bigger loft. Like it was like 20 by 11 or something like that. It was huge. Like
so you have that big old opening that door with the hallway with that little weird little shape.
And you keep the other 3 bedrooms up there and the mother-in-law suite downstairs, right, off of the kitchen. So that is, you still have enough bedrooms.
And that home is also nice because it got a nice walkway when you walk in.
Right.
Because when you walk in, you have the steps. You go through the front door, you got your steps to the left, and you got that nice entrance that you can walk in, and then you go into the kitchen, and then you can see, actually from the front door, from the front door to the back, you can see straight through.
Right. And what I like about it is that in that front door foyer corridor is where the stairs is at. So your living quarters, like your living room where you're going to entertain, the stairs are not in the way. It's up in the front of the home. So you go past that, like Tremaine was saying, is perfect. It's a straight shot to your backyard and your pocket doors, but your kitchen and all your other entertainment area is to the right in the middle of the home, and you're not like bumping into the stairs. So it is a good spaced out home.
And the Roby, I like that too because it basically has 2 closets, right?
Yes.
It has a closet it sounds weird, in the room, like onto the side, and then you got another closet inside the bathroom.
Right. And the master bedroom or the primary bedroom suite upstairs, you have the master closet, which is huge, but then you have the main primary bedroom is bigger than a lot of builders that I've seen. It's a really big, and then you have the primary bath suite off on the side connected to that, which is also big. So there's a lot of advantages with a build out like that. I'm very intrigued into, seeing if you can do that conversion and making that loft big, because that just checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people.
It does. And one thing I see on his notes right here about this area, it's a is the HOA is low. A lot of times people say, I don't want to stay in an HOA community.
Right.
If you've been living in Central Florida, and I'm not going to say areas, certain areas that was predominantly a great place to live didn't really have HOAs. Mm-hmm. And then what I always say is, that area that you live and you see how it looks, it's because it didn't have no HOA. Then they changed their mind. Right. And now they want to go in an area that has HOA. Now, every HOA is different here in Central Florida. You have some that's ridiculous price, like $400 or $500 a month, but then you have some like this, $52 a month.
Right.
You have $52 a month that's going to take care of all the common areas, have the lighting. Did they have a pool?
In that community, they did have a pool, but they have another DR Horton community down the road that doesn't have a pool, but the prices were less. So, and that was about like $10,000 less. And we can get you those prices if a community pool is something that you don't care about. But just to give you an idea also where this community sits, it's not going to be too far from Market Street in Tavares, which is the center of where all the retail, dining, reception, recreation options will be. And, Avalon is going to have a lot of parklands and walking paths, lakes, and a lot more. So these are great areas to be in.
So I just on my phone, I know y'all see me looking at my phone, but I'm looking at my phone because from Tavares to downtown Orlando is 37 miles.
Right.
So it's like 50 minutes. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go out, entertain, do stuff downtown Orlando, it's only 50 minutes. And if you're moving to Central Florida, technically everything is 30 minutes away anyway. So technically, this is not really a bad commute for you, and you're close to Mount Dora, Houston. Mount Dora is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So you're close to them areas. So sometimes people got to get out their way.
Right.
And since I've been in real estate, a lot of people did not want to move to Groveland or Leesburg, and people start moving to Groveland, Leesburg because their price point was great. And right now, what I'm seeing is Tavares has a great price point in a beautiful area, and you're beside beautiful cities as Houston and Mount Dora. A lot of people from out of town travel to them areas. They don't even come to Orlando or come to Disney. They go strictly to Mount Dora and Houston. They have a lot of entertainment that go on yearly. So don't miss out on this great opportunity in Tavares. Just at least give it a try, especially if you want to keep more money in your pocket and keep your monthly down.
Yeah, and I noticed one thing going up there to record. I saw a lot of lakes that had homes on the lakes that had boat docks. So if that's something that interests you, Tavares is that town.
Oh yeah, I did a listing, and one of the ladies as a realtor asked me to do a video for her in Tavares. She had a boat dock in the back, and we did a video on the back with the water. Yeah. And it's very beautiful out there. It's probably, people don't talk about it because people do not like to drive in that direction, but it is beautiful there. And you'll see some clips of that on this video if you're watching, if you're tuning in, and I hope you are, because we look forward to helping many people we can with this new content that we're going to be creating. You know, this recap and just talking about the knowledge that me and Tahada have through over the years of selling new construction, and also staying in new construction homes. So we really understand it. We understand the process of the lending, the building process, the stages of building a home. So, that's what we're here for. And, Tahada's going to talk about some other stuff that's actually coming in that area.
Well, not that area.
Well, another area.
Yeah. So I'm just giving you more of a, so this is like a recap and upcoming kind of video. So what we have here is a Miami developer recently bought a 38-year-old motel on the key intersection of West 192. Now we're moving down towards Kissimmee and Orlando. And they're going to raise a building. It's a 20-story hotel that's coming into the area that's going to build on the tourism corridor. They paid about $5.7 million in cash in early June. It's going to overlook Lake Cecil, and there's going to be a 2-story motel that sits on 5.7 acres at the signalized intersection of Earl Bronson and Vinland Road. There's also a Howard Johnson's that's right there right now, just east of Lake Cecil. I'm going to show you a map of what we're talking about right now. And the new owners bought 2 vacant lots to create a unified 12.25 acre site that can accommodate county parking, recreation requirements, things of that nature. Also, in Osceola, they just got approved for the subdivision plans of the county's first master plan community to feature a Crystal Lagoon swimming amenity. Now, if you don't know about Crystal Lagoon, if you know the lakes in Dubai, and there are some other amenities around the country that there is just like you can boat, fish, like kind of swim in these lagoons. Yeah, kayaking. So these lagoons are like crystal water looking with sand beaches. It's very interesting. But this is going to be inside of a community, and I think that's a first for Florida, right? About a year ago, the feature attraction at the entrance to Wally Platt project on Kissimmee Park Road was announced, and the company officials will only confirm that it was a public access lagoon that was being considered. But now we just found out that it's a preliminary subdivision plan for a 750-acre community that's east of Lake Tahoe. It's going to be a mixed-use district, and the new developer agreed that they established the Kissimmee Park Community Development District to the Metro to build the Metro Lagoon, which is what it's going to be called, and the community center.
So, question. Because there's a lot of talking. What does this mean for the buyers?
So anywhere that there's growth, anywhere that people are putting money in, developers are putting money in to develop the areas and amenities and like hotels, restaurants, means that it's a good sign of equity growth for your home. Usually what the table that we use is like 30 miles from the epicenter of that growth is going to affect any home in that radius. So ground zero being this intersection here in Kissimmee to any homes that go out is going to affect the growth of your property. And if you buy close to those areas, you could expect to get good equity in those homes, right? Now, just to let you know, a total of 2,818 homes was set aside and for future use, and a K-8 charter school as well was set along for future use as well. So there's a lot of development coming down into Kissimmee. Just to recap what we talked about, Tavares, there are options in the price ranges, and all you got to do is call us, and we'll let you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. So I'm glad he gave that recap of update of that area, Kissimmee, because I also got D.L. Horton down there too as well. Even though we talked about D.L. Horton and Tavares, because that's what we recorded last week. We're going to show some clips of the homes that we talked about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's only going to get better from here. Yep. And stay tuned to our next one. We're going to talk about, like I said, recaps of videos, investments, loans.
What's coming to the communities.
What's coming to the communities. Best places to eat. We're going to recap a lot of things. I feel like that is something different that we're going to bring to the table about Orlando living. Even though we're in Orlando, this is Orlando Living channel, yep. We service all of Florida.
Yep.
So if you guys need anything, need help, questions, write us on the comments below, or you'll see our contact information in the body.
Yep. And
we'll see you on the next video.
See you guys.
Peace.
All right.
Yeah. Ow! Yeah. Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big.